minute. Yeah, we'll see you later. Yeah, we'll wait here.
Hey everybody, it's officially October, time for Halloween nails. No better time to get back in the groove. So we're doing these nails today. Some, one with dimension, and then the black is just straight up polygel. I got all this stuff from Makartt in the mail, so we're going to put it to good use. They're having a big Halloween sale. A lot of stuff is 50% off, and then if you use my code, you get another 15% off of that. So all that's going to be in the description, everything I'm using, all the info you need, if you do want to check it out. I have two polygels here, Cosmo Black and Stellar Red, but I'm only going to use Cosmo Black in today's video because I have another video planned for Stellar Red, and I think I'll probably do that next week. As always, we're going to start out with some good prep. I'm going to push my cuticles back, and then I'm going to use my cuticle clean bit to pick up any of that, that sticks around after you've pushed your cuticles back. We got to get that off. Otherwise, it's going to cause your nails to lift. I like to buff, and when I say buff, I don't mean like smooth. I mean kind of, like a rough buff. Just extra insurance. And then wipe my nails off with alcohol, and then I always dehydrate and prime because it's the only way I can keep nails on. So if you're having a problem keeping nails on, try a dehydrator and a primer, and I'm sure it'll give you more time at least than you usually get. I decided to use nail tips for this look, and I'm going to trim them down more to the length that I want. After this, I will end up filing them back into stiletto nails, but for now, this is what we're going to work with. After that, I'm going in here and just filing the seam of the nail where the tip meets the natural nail. I'm only filing the tip. I'm not filing my natural nail. This definitely isn't necessary. It's just kind of a habit that I've gotten in every time I use tips. I like to blend it in to my natural nail a little bit better. I also buff the surface of the tips. That way the product adheres better to the nail. And I broke my pinky while I was doing it, so I slapped a base coat on. Let's hope that'll stay.
I just don't trust it.
I still don't trust it, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
My nails are prepped and ready for polygel, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab everything that I need. I've got base coat, a clear polygel, and my polygel brush with a spatula on the end. I'm also going to take a bit of the Makartt surface cleanser and put it in a little dish, make a mess, and get started. So all I'm going to do on my pinky, since it broke, we're going to start there. I'm going to go ahead and put a thin layer of clear on. I'm going to end up polishing this nail later. So we're just going to slap on some clear, build that up, and then I'll meet you back here in a minute. So this nail's finished for now. I'm going to wipe away the sticky layer, and I really want to get into this Cosmic Black. So let's jump over to my middle fingernail and work on that. Again, we're going to move through this pretty quick because it's just basic polygel application. It's all polygel on the index and the middle fingers. So I'm just going to kind of zoom through that for you. This may mean nothing. I may have just needed a practice nail because I haven't done any in a minute. But take note of the different way I applied the polygel in the beginning. With the middle finger, I just squirted it along the nail. This time on the index finger, it went so much smoother and it looked 100 times better right off the bat. But I applied, the ball towards the back of the nail. For me, that's easier, and I feel like I can always get a better application that way. I don't know. Maybe something to try, or maybe I'm just talking nonsense. After curing, I am going to go ahead and add another layer to both of these nails, just so that I have enough product when I want to file and shape it in the end. At this point, I have Polygel on all of my nails except my ring finger. It's all been cured. I'm going to go ahead and file the ring finger into a stiletto nail and work from there just so it's easier. This is the one we're going to do some confetti on. I was excited about it, and I start digging through the confetti here. There's so much stuff. We got pumpkins, stars, lightning bolts. Over here we got ghosts, skulls, witches on brooms, little skull and crossbones. And I picked out these. I thought, this is what I like. This is what I'm going to put in this nail. But then I saw this. There's tons of little stuff in the bottom of this one, and I really just kind of want to sprinkle it all over. There's also these 3 sets of charms. I don't know. I'm just going to throw on a very thin layer of polygel on this finger. I just want enough for the product to stick. I don't want to build it up yet. The polygel is on. It is not cured, and I want to go out of frame and start applying the confettis to my nails. I went with a jack-o'-lantern, some stars, a little skull and crossbones, a dot or two. I don't know, but somewhere along the line, my camera died, and apparently I was so into my artistic mindset that I didn't even notice. I removed that and started again with this. All I did was use my cuticle pusher to kind of like pick up a bunch of confetti and throw it on the nail. So here we are.
This just looks like an accident.
Even though I don't really like it, I am frustrated at this point. So I go ahead, I take this clear gel from Makartt. And listen, Makartt, if you're hearing me, you have to make this stuff. You have to sell it all on its own. It is amazing. It is beautiful. I could use this every single time I did my nails. I love this stuff. It's beautiful. But anyhow, we're applying it. It self-levels. You just kind of need to go around, make sure that you have the product applied clear down to the edges, on the tip, and all that stuff. Before curing, I am going to flip my hand over so gravity will kind of pull down on that and help give the nail a better shape. I do want a little bit more just because I can be a bit vicious with the filing, so I'm going to go ahead just to be safe and add a little extra. I have filed and shaped all of my nails, and at this point we just need to do thumb and pinky and paint them orange. And Makartt sent me some of their awesome color gel polishes, which, wow, they're beautiful. And this set is perfect for fall. There's a couple greens, a yellow, a couple oranges, and a perfect blood red. But I'm going to use this orange color here, and I'm going to go ahead and paint my pinky and my thumb with this color. I have to say, these polishes are by far immediately some of the best I've ever used. The color is super saturated. They aren't too thick. They aren't too thin. They're not streaky. And look at this. There's no top coat on that. That's the finish after curing. I put a matte top coat on my pinky, so listen, it's time to top coat, and I was so excited about this. Look at that beautiful black glittery polygel with the top coat on it. Stunning. And then it was time for the confetti nail, the one we were all waiting for. Yep, it happened again, but this time I said forget it. I'm letting the camera charge, and I ended up doing my pinky nail, which I really liked, and I kind of matched it to the polygel. I'm going to show you now how I did that though. I'll just show you on my thumb. I put some black polish on a piece of backing from the nail forms and use a striper brush or a liner brush to draw the line, and then after that I simply painted it in with the black polish. While the polish is still wet, I took this holographic glitter that's also from Makartt and just kind of tapped it into the polish with my striper brush. So if you didn't catch on by the picture, the end result, or by the way I was talking throughout the video, I don't like this nail. It didn't turn out the way I pictured it in my mind. It was supposed to be the star of the show. It didn't work out that way. It is the failure of this entire show. So I decided, let's save it somehow. I don't know how yet, but I do know I wanted to put a charm on it. So I buffed the shiny surface away, and I'm going right back in with that clear gel. And we're going to take a little, not Jack Sparrow, Jack Skellington, and we're going to place him in that wet gel. And I like him. I think he's a keeper. So before we go into curing it, I'm just going to take my brush with a little bit of alcohol on it, make sure there's no excess gel out around him on my nail to cause any kind of funky shapes or anything like that, and cure. Now here we are. And I'm still like, okay, it's still not right. We need more. Again, I'm going to take a piece of backing paper from a nail form, my liner brush, and I think I'm just going to put some squiggles in. Some lines, not squiggles, lines, and see how that works out. I just want more dimension. Everything's too flat at the bottom, and I'm not digging it. It needs more dimension. Let's give it some dimension. I'm already liking this a lot better, but I feel like it needs some structure now. So I'm just going to do this up at the very tip. It's barely noticeable, but makes a world of a difference. To my eye. We're all different. If it didn't make a difference to you, you don't have to tell me about it, okay? It's fine. It's fine. Now we can finally share this beautiful top coat moment together. These are fun. I really like these. I'm really happy with how they turned out. What do you think? Are you digging them? What do you want to see for the next one? Any ideas? Leave them below. And hey, if you came back after I haven't been around in forever, thank you so much. If you're new here and you made it to this far, thank all y'all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week.
I hope you have a nice day. I hope you're having a nice time.